Welcome. This is BK. I am BK, your English teacher. As we are going through complete part of speech, as I have taught you guys rest of the things, and now we have entered into the part of speech. So today we are gonna teach you guys about the verbs. Verb is a very important part of speech, one of the part of speech. So today I'll teach you guys here the necessary parts with examples of the verb, and I hope that, okay. So first of all, verb is a word which denotes the action of a noun. Verb modifies, describes or denotes the actions of a noun. Always a noun does something, so this doing or this action is called a verb, okay? Or reveals events pertaining to the noun. Sometimes it describes or modifies the things being done by the noun, or sometimes it tells us that what is noun doing, okay? For example, the students read. The student reads. Or the dog barks. Now the student and the dog are the two nouns. They are the doers. So what's the verb? The read. Reading is a verb. That's an action which is done by a student. And the barking means barks. Barks is the action that is being done by a dog, and the dog is a noun. So it means that the actions are being done by the nouns, describes the things that done by the nouns is called a verb. Okay? Be verb. So we tell what is be verb, like is or am. Is or am, was, were, or the be verbs. So what does they do? What does they do? The action, but state. In be verb there is no action but the state. Be verb, there is no action in the be verbs, but there is a state, okay? Of like active, passive, play, give or gives. This is in active state, and in passive state was played or was given, okay? That's okay. After that we are gonna be there like action verbs comes in transitive and in intransitive states. There are two kinds of action verbs. One is transitive and the other is intransitive. Remember it here. When there is transitive verb and intransitive verb, so the transitive verb must have an object and the intransitive verb doesn't have an object. This thing is to be remembered by you guys, that if there is a transitive verb, it takes or needs, it must need an object, but if there is intransitive verb, there is no object. How like? I'll tell you it here. For example, takes an object, for example, want. If there is want, want, when we are talking about the transitive verb want, I want a candy, I wanna eat an apple, and so on. So I want a candy. What I need or want is a candy or an apple or thing. So this is an object, and there is an object in the transitive verb. It's clear for us. Okay, intransitive verb doesn't take an object. As I told you that intransitive verb, the major difference between the two verbs, the transitive and the intransitive verb doesn't take an object, but the transitive verbs must take an object. So now we take here an example of the intransitive verb. For example, there is go. Go up. Go. Go up. There is no object in it. Or there is means go will never have an object. There is, for example, the dog barks loudly. The boy weeps. The boy weeps. Now there is no object. Weeping is a verb, boy is a noun, there is no object. The boy weeps, the dog barks loudly. Or you can say the bus arrived late today, the train arrived late today. So there is no object in it, okay? That is clear. The main thing you have to keep in your mind that there is no object in intransitive verb, and there must be an object in the transitive verb. This thing is very necessary, okay? Of that, there is one other verb, that is state verb. State verb, in state verb, there is nothing being done. There is just a state. We just talk about the state, not doing some things. See here, there is a state, for example, believe, understand. State verbs never use in ing form. This is one other thing we have to keep in mind there. State verb could never be used in ing form. And there is just a statement, there is just a position, there is a state, जिसको हम उर्दू में हालत कहते हैं, ओके? उसमें कुछ करतूत नहीं होता है, ओके? That's okay. And then where state verb is never used in ing form, when you say I believe you are correct, but you are not doing something. When you say to someone that I believe you are correct, so it means neither you nor he is doing something. You are just talking about some state, about his state that he is correct. So there is no doing something in the state verb. State verb does nothing. This is just describing the state. Okay? After that, there is linking or copula. Linking or copula verb like these are linking verbs. What are the linking verbs? Is, are, am, was, were, etc. So they are called copula or linking verbs. That's okay? Is, are, am, was, were. Modals. Modals are like may, might, can, and so on, should, would. So these verbs are used with other verbs. The modals can be used with other verbs. They can give some meanings or can perform something without other verbs. So they are used with other verbs, okay? For example, can he swim? Can he swim? You can say yes, he can. Or yes, he can swim. Or no, he can't. So means he can swim. So swimming is also a verb, and can, a modal, is also. So the modals are used with other verbs. This is clear. After that, there is auxiliary. We do have, they help main verbs do its action. The auxiliaries, like they are be, do, have, they help the verbs do their action complete. For example, every English sentence has got the verb. One verb or two verbs, they are necessary for every English. Now I'll tell you something other. Verb is action. This action tells us that, denotes or describes that what the noun is doing. And this is one of the most important parts of speech, because doing by a noun is necessary and done everywhere. So this, if there is any question or any unclearness or ambiguity for you guys about this topic, just can contact me on my WhatsApp number or can comment you. Okay, thank you very much.